Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the World Stage Arts Education and Performance Gallery, dedicated to seeking light through sound. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Guest Jeans Friday Night Concert Series at the World Stage. Thank you, citizens of the universe, for stopping by. For the next hour, you will be indulged in some healing vibrations. But before we get to that, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that tomorrow, September 10th, right here in beautiful Leimert Park, Africa Town, Sankofa Town, the Village, Little Africa, we will be honoring our own Queen, Barbara Morrison. We are dedicating the square Miss Barbara Morrison in her name and in her honor, that her legacy continues. We want to thank Tim for continuing the legacy and that whole crew over there keeping things rolling and going in Miss Barbara's name. So tomorrow, if you're available, you would want to come and check it out. Check it out. It's going to be really good. They got a wonderful lineup all afternoon till the evening. And it's her birthday, so we want to celebrate her in her memory. And we also have here at the World Stage, all week long, we have workshops. Starting Wednesday, we have poetry, the Anasi workshop, starting at 7:30 in the evening, and they go to about 10:30. They have a sign-up list, and they encourage all writers to come out. And Thursday night, we have a jam session right in the back on our patio. It's a $5 donation, suggested. It starts at 8 o'clock, and it ends at 11. And they have a good time. It's a process of signing in and waiting your turn. They have all generation. It's an intergenerational situation on Thursday night. It's beautiful, and you really enjoy it. Even if you don't play music, you would love to come and listen. That's Thursday night. And then Friday night, we have a situation like we have tonight. We have a live concert for you. And then we go to Saturday. Saturday, we have workshops. We have a drum workshop starting at 11:30. It goes until 12:30. And then we have a vocal workshop starting at 12:30 and going to 1:30. Not unfortunately, this weekend we won't be holding any of our workshops because of the celebration that's going to come on for Barbara tomorrow. So we hope everyone will be there and not taking workshops. That we'll all be out and having a festive time in honor of the Queen. That was Saturday afternoon. Then we go to Sunday. Sunday, we have a big band. So they have two rehearsals. One of the rehearsals is for the beginning big band, and I believe they start at about 3 o'clock, and they go till 4, so like that. And then the big band starts at 5, and they go till 7. It's a rehearsal, an audition type of situation, and they also encourage people to come and listen, and they go by donation. That's happening on Sunday, early in the afternoon. And then at 8 o'clock on Sunday, we have a jam session for vocalists in the back. Donation based, once again. We turn no one away. It's been going on. We do it in honor of Rose Gales, and I'd like to think of her as a matriarch of this house, Miss Rose Gales, in her honor. And we also dedicate the jam session to our own Mr. Billy Higgins, and giving all respect to Kamal Daoud, prolific writer and just a good soul. So that was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So who said that the World Stage was dead? They're wrong, right? So we have a treat tonight. We have some vibration and some healing sounds coming from multi-dimensional spirit soul tonight. And I want to hurry up and get right down to the business. I want to ask you, please, hit that donation button. Subscribe. The World Stage is still operating, offering music all week long, all week long. And we need you. We can't do it without you. The World Stage is nothing without you, so support the World Stage. And tonight, you can leave a comment. Call someone. Hit somebody on Facebook. Do whatever you have to do. Tune someone else in. Don't be selfish with this. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to some of you Y'all can clap in here. We got a small car. It's small crowd, but they mighty. I can tell. I want y'all to clap for him, okay? Make everybody think it's a lot of people in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without a further ado, I would like to. You ready to have some fun? You ready to have some fun? You ready for a healing? Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of the universe, David Ornette Cherry. Come on now.
Check. 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 Here we go. You know, it's interesting that when I became committed into the music, I was in Sweden, and I had an accident trying to chop some wood, and I accidentally hit my foot. And at that particular time, I didn't play music. And so my father told me, Don Cherry, he said, "Oh, I got you." And I said, "What do you mean?" So all I could do is limp over to the piano, and he showed me a song, and I played, and he showed me another song, and I had this kind of gift to look at his fingers and see what he was playing and could learn it. And I practiced and practiced. So I'm 16, and all of a sudden, he said, well, this is a month afterward. He said, well, we're going to go play in Gothenburg, my first gig. So I walk into this smoky thing, and a sax player, and Don plays the trumpet, and drummer, and a bass player. But Don, he had this crazy blue horn, right? And it had a reed on it. So he was blowing this thing, and it was very low tone, a very low tone. So, so I was all nervous, 16, first gig. So I run over there and said, when is it gonna get started? And he looked at me and said, it already started, right? And I just knew that, okay, beginnings are beginnings, and beginnings are beginnings. And that's how I became committed. That's how I became committed. But if you don't have it, just bring me the check for the water. But if you don't have it, just bring me the check for the water. But if you don't have it, just bring me the check for the water. But if you don't have it, just bring me the check for the water. Please? Okay, so it was interesting with how music goes for me is that it was a few things that with commitment in life, anything you do, you have to have a commitment. And if you don't have that, I think you're not going to go nowhere. So if you don't have it, just bring me the check for the water, please.
All right, my story. My story are a bunch of ahas, aha moments. The reason I play saxophone is because my mom, she was a jazz singer who didn't know it. She was shy. She sounded like Sarah Vaughan. And in high school, when you're a beginning musician and during high school, and I'm in my room, and my mom she had the patience of Job, man. And she knocked on my door one day. She said, "Randall, don't you know any songs?" Well, I'm playing this second alto part. It's intricate and all that. And I know parts. And she said, "Oh, good Lord, man. Can you play by ear?" "I don't know. Let's find out." So Mom sang Misty for me. And it was the Sarah Vaughan arrangement that I found out years later like that. And I played Misty. My mom taught me Misty by ear. And I could play it. And it was years before I actually even looked at a piece of sheet music to see actually what key it was really in and all that stuff like that. So in high school, my aha, when I knew what I wanted to do, I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to study. I really wanted to study. And wow, I come from a high school, Dorsey High School. Oh, it's just full of musicians. Fast forward, the history is great. And I had a great first teacher, a great second teacher. I always had great teachers, great colleagues. And so I want to go to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and I do. But I have a very weak ear. It's not a good ear. So Berklee, they give you a tutor, and it strengthens your ear as a muscle. So it strengthens your ear. So now I can hear music and intervals, chords, and all that good stuff, and play with a bunch of people. Man, I could be here for hours, but I won't be. So I'll speed up. The world stage, Billy Higgins, Kamal Daoud, our official mentors. I used to ask Billy, "Hey, Billy, how do I get better?" I used to hate this when he said this. "Just keep on doing what you're doing." And they all said that, like that. And he said, "Well, if you want to get really good, go to New York and talk to Barry Harris." And I did. and that was cool. Had a group, records, CDs. The great Gerald Wilson saw me at Cal State LA one day in the hallway, and he says, "Randall, do you have your passport?" And I said, "No, why?" He said, "I want you to play baritone sax for my band. I'm taking to Europe in 4 months." That was the first time I got out of the country playing baritone sax for the great Gerald Wilson's orchestra, and I got to meet everybody and just be a fly on the wall. Music was lovely.
One drop.
My name is Nadine, and my story is about when I found my sound. So I am classically trained on the viola, and I grew up playing in youth orchestras. I was the only coloured person often in those youth orchestras because I lived in Australia. I moved there from New Zealand when I was 7, and I liked playing music a lot. I loved the viola, and I pursued it. I went to college, but when I turned 21, I had to turn my back on it. I didn't want to be a classical musician. I didn't want to exist in that scene. It just wasn't my thing, and I was looking around for something to do with my life, and I tried all kinds of things. I tried modelling, I tried floristry, yeah, lots of things, waitressing. You can see how good I was at that. Yeah, but I found my sound first off when I met my first jazz voice teacher, Joy Yates, and she was incredible. I just turned up on her doorstep at 21. I didn't know anyone in Sydney, and she took me under her wing and showed me how to sing. And I was blown away by how good it felt, and I decided to become a jazz singer instead. I put everything into that, and I still sing. I didn't pick up the viola for a long time, but when I was about 10 years later, I picked it up and I made my first album. And in Kangaroo Valley, it's like 3 hours out of Sydney, in a little hut, a little cottage, and lots of friends came and played with me. And all of a sudden I was singing and playing at the same time, and I knew I'd found my sound and where I belonged. So that's my story.
journey. It started back in 1960, moving here from New Orleans, winding up over there on 87th Zamora. Only being 4 years old, my brother got a guitar. My baby brother got a guitar. He broke all the strings off except the low E. Can you dig it? I picked it up and started playing Peter Gunn. And that started it all off for me. I picked up that guitar and it was shaped like a woman. It turned me on. Now can you dig it? From there, Mom took us all to this rock and roller Church of God in Christ. Well, I had to learn to do that rhythm because I was the only instrument there most times. It just a drummer and a guitar. And had to get the spirit moving and the tambourine. And that's how it goes. Then we just moseyed along to playing first chair clarinet at Bret Hart Junior High School. 1967, mind open up wide, listening to some Mandy, listening to the Temptations, mind being blown, all the confusion. You know what I'm talking about, that time. And then we go on to Locke High School. Reggie Andrews, Patrice Rushen. I mean, mind blown. Nate Morgan. Mentioned me to a guy named Willie Hutch that just signed with Motown. And he was putting his band together to do these albums. One of my first sessions at Motown was for Smokey Robinson, Without the Miracles. Another album I did, Mark of the Beast. Oh no, what did he do? Say what? Foxy Brown. Can you dig it? And then time moved on. I thought I outgrew Willie Hutch, and I got a call from Larry Graham, and Graham's at the station, and it just kept going to where we are today. Still funky after all that time.
Yeah, I met Dave and joined the listening club. I joined the listening club about 40 years ago when I met Dave. I had this tune. I had a tune and a bag. Dave had a groove and a zag. And right then, we've been friends since then. 40 years of grooving and listening. I ain't stopped yet. So that's my story. It's a short story that's still going on. Been a long time and it's still going.
Well, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you.
Talk to me. This is from Mali, called Duzan Guni. Duzan is hunter, Guni is guitar. That's what my father said. It's a hunter's guitar. It's really a storytelling instrument, 3 items.
My name is Don Littleton, and this is my story. As an infant, I came into the world. As my elder brother said, you're going to be a drummer. He says, I came into the world kicking and swinging my limbs as if I were playing a drum. Later in life, this became true to this day. Fiction ain't addiction. This is my story. Along the journey, I came across some of the most greatest musicians ever to walk this land. Horace Tapscott, Billy Higgins, and so many other great musicians that paved my way and gave me a chance. They listened to the sound of the drum.
ocean speaks in waves. Can you really hear it? Like fresh jasmine on a summer day. Can you really smell it? Like snowfall on a winter's day. Can you really see it? Notes like when your favorite song is played. Do you really hear it? Fresh cookies for the holidays. Can you really smell it? I know you can with a groove like this always. Yeah. Do you really feel it? Can you really feel it? I know it's there. Just open your heart and don't be scared. Commit to what's on your spirit now. All you know is you'll be found. Yeah, yeah. Do you really feel it? Do you really feel it? Do you really feel it? Like fresh cookies on a holiday. I'll be feeling this groove always. It was a very hot day, wasn't it? Did you really feel it? Ocean speaks in waves. Fresh cookies on a holiday. really feeling? I'll be feeling this groove always, always, always.
Do you really feel it? Do you really feel it?
Oh, yeah.
David, any last words for your viewing and your listening audience here?
Yes, thank you for coming out and listening. You are officially a member of the Organic Nation listening.
I should.
And one more thing, what we all learn as musicians is that we have to learn the music, and that means commitment, and we have to own the music, and then we have to give it back. So that's all I have to say about it. So thank you.
Once again, we'd like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts at the World Stage. Thank you, Guest Jeans, and the Organic business up here just slayed the comments, and then Nene just cherry on the everything. Since today, everyone is just so enchanted by the movement and the intimacy of the stories. It was a smash. I can't wait for you all to read the comments, man. Keep the comments coming, and you can view all of our shows from previous, as well as this one will be posted very soon. Once again, audience, thank you all for coming out tonight and sitting with us. We'll be back here next week. Who's here next week? You blew my mind. I can't remember who's here. Who's here next week? Who? David Ornette Cherry, that's all I know right now. I'm zoned. Okay. Tune in. Thank you so much once again.
There really got to be some kind of nut. I can't use it. Trying to make it real compared to what? Come on, yeah. Come on, Nick.